Hello, welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video. And for this one it is Thrust 2, which is amazingly the sequel to Thrust. Now I reviewed the first Thrust game for Commodore 64. Oh fucking hell, a while ago, certainly over a year ago, but I'd never bothered reviewing the sequel for a very good reason. Now this repulsively hideous title page gives you a pretty good idea of the quality of this game. Everything when it, as far as the presentation, just makes no sense whatsoever. It has the nerve to say lovely graphics by Gary Penn. I don't know if that's the same Gary Penn who used to edit Zap 64. If it is, he should have stuck to magazine editing, because these graphics are fucking revolting. Now code and music by Ubik. I can't remember his real name. I used to know it, I've forgotten it. The music in this game is utter shite of the highest order. And yet the thing is, this game is supposed to be about good music. The actual story is quite shit. You're up against some evil empire, which is governed by a load of aliens called the Cories, and they hate music. That music can kill them, so you have to try and build a music making machine on their 3 planets. I mean, listen to this. This is their idea of musical, is it? Oh, fuck off. Anyway, so yeah, you got to build these music machines on the 3 planets of the Cories, and the planets are called Shock, Aiken, and Walkman. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, let's get this fucking sack of cunt over with. So here we go. So as you can see, the graphics have changed. I think these graphics are absolute shite. But when it comes to shite, the graphics only cover part of it. As you can see, your ship doesn't get destroyed when it hits anything. It loses shields. You start off with 199 shields, and if it goes down to 0, then it's game over. Now this is where you have to deposit these orbs. There you go, and it makes part of the music making machine. Once you've picked up an orb, I think you have to get rid of it within a certain time limit. Now the physics in the original Thrust game were quite good, especially when you take into consideration that, you know, it's a budget game. The physics in this are absolute fucking bollocks. Your ship is pretty uncontrollable at the best of times. Once you have an orb attached to your ship, it doesn't go from pretty uncontrollable, it goes to ridiculously uncontrollable. If the orb goes into a spin, which it will do more often than not, you can forget trying to actually control the ship. The only chance you've really got, as I'm going to deposit that one, the only chance you've really got is to just basically let go of the controls and wait for it to you know, sort itself out, which it will do eventually. The other thing is that you are supposed to be able to fire, but you can't do it right away. In fact, I've never reached a point where I am able to fire. So I've never been able to do anything, you know, with regards to dispatching any of the, well, I'll call them aliens, but they look like sort of generic sprites that were left over from a Matthew Smith game. So anyway, we're trying to get out of here now, and this is, here we go, it's starting to go into a spin. So let's try and get as far, there we go, right, so it's dispatched. My shield's down to 71, so although I've got rid of 3 orbs, I'm not going to get any more. I use 3 orbs is usually as many as I do. Yeah, I rarely get any more, although it looks like my shield just went up then. I think it's because I went through that thing. Fuck it, let's just... I just want to try and get the game over with. Let's... you can hear that there are no sound effects in the game whatsoever. It's purely... well, I'll call it music, but I mean, I'll call it music, but it's shite, is what it is. It's shite noise. Anyway, so I've done, I can actually start firing now. Isn't that amazing? But now I'm just bashing against the rocks in the uncontrollable ship, and that's my shield's just going down and down and down. I just keep bouncing on that thing. It looks like my shots aren't actually doing anything. You know, my shields are at... I'm sure I hit that thing. I mean, my shields are almost gone, yeah, so the shots don't actually do anything. The shields are almost out, so you know what, I'll just fucking... There we go. You only get the 1 life, which I'm quite happy about. So that's thrust 2. Shit graphics, shit presentation, some of the shittiest music I've ever heard on a computer, and totally unplayable gameplay. This game is as much a pile of wank as the first Thrust game was good. And the thing that I really don't get is the loading screen for this game, which is, well, it's the persistence of memory painting by Salvador Dali. What the fuck does that have to do with this game? Well, the answer is absolutely fuck all. So, and that just adds to the bollocks, you know, presentation of the whole thing. So the high score now says stop Lukozer reading this. Maybe they realise that I'm just absolutely slagging it off, which it deserves. Normally I would have another go, but I just cannot face the prospect of, oh, this fucking bit is the bit that really gets me, this music. You know, this composer Ubik, did he think that sounds great? Because if he did, he is clearly tone deaf. So yeah, this, I would rather listen to the music of the Amiga version of Microprose Soccer and the Amiga game Backlash on a constant loop than listen to the music of this game. That is how shit it is. Everything about this game is just, well, it's just beyond cuntish. I'm trying to think of how I would score it. I think I will put it in the minuses. I think I gave thrust 8 out of 10. So this gets minus 8 out of 10 because it's insulting is what it is. Even though this game was only, I think it was $2.99 when this game came out. Anybody who paid $2.99, well, basically you are absolutely ripped off. This game is a contemptible, you know, sack of fucking horse shit. And Ubik and Gary Penn are both just total jizz gibbons. So there you go, that's Thrust 2, an utter heap of shit, minus 8 out of 10. That brings this video to an end, and we will see you at the next one.